Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Whatever it is where you are, I truly hope you're having a good one. And if you're watching this VOD, thank you for taking the time to do that. What's up, Rob? How you doing? You got time to watch a little bit of Mitch? Alright, I've been kind of sitting here. Story goes that me and another, one of the owners, playing a character called Ollie, we met each other as I was traveling. This was about maybe a month or two, roughly, before everything started, right? We had gathered enough supplies to kind of live in the woods where we're living. It's a abandoned camp. You'll see at some point, but for now we'll keep that a mystery. And we've been living here for a long time, but we haven't went out. We haven't. Some of the other hobos and homeless that were living in this camp have left out there, but they've not returned. It's been like a couple of weeks now, and it's really bizarre. So that's what's going on. Mitch has not left. He has no idea that something's actually going on. He kind of heard some stuff on the radio, but reception was really bad out here, and it got worse over time. Obviously, nothing is playing now. There's no more news or anything like that. The apocalypse is now here, but Mitch has no idea. So we're at that stage of Mitch. He does not know. We got Mitch's little bucket hat. It's nice. Jam, how you doing? Jello! I've been great. How are you? Riley says, out of curiosity, what traits did you have with him? Yeah, I didn't know. It's new to play Mitch for me, but one thing I'm not going to be doing is sprinting. I want that to be clear right now. I can run. I mean sprint. Like, okay, watch. We're going to suspension of disbelief for a second. This is running. It's like a jog. And then sprint. Okay? So the sprint, we're not going to be doing that. So first things first, Mitch does not sprint. He cannot do that. And he'll only be able to run when it's really needed. So that means when zombies are coming after me and stuff like that, and I have no other choice, Mitch will gather that energy, because obviously otherwise I'm just going to die right away. I mean, we got to suspend a little bit. This version of Mitch is still in considerably good shape, and the reason why he stayed at this hobo camp for like almost a couple of months here is because he's feeling the effects on his knees, and Ollie said, hey, come by over here, this is a nice place, people have been staying there, and then Mitch has been staying ever since. But we've been out here, so the regular old thing that kind of helps explain it. My legs are just not working that well. So Mitch is trying to take a break on the traveling. He was thinking about taking a year off to kind of, just relax. He's just always been out and about. Let's get our flashlight out. I got a little squirrel friend right here. I guess the name of it is Furbert the Squirrel. So we got Furbert is going to be Mitch's little friend. Of course, I got a cockroach right here, of course. I wonder who put that there. It must be one of the admins. Because, Roach. Of course. I want to try Zomboid. Doing good. Rachel is all kinds of fun to play. Nice! And I've been reading the whitelist chat. I'm not always commenting. I don't have time to comment. This is why I use emotes a lot and stuff to reply to people. I know it's cheap, but it's better than not saying anything. I just like to acknowledge that I've seen stuff sometimes. But yeah, I've been seeing what you've been saying and how you've been enjoying this. I mean, this is by far, from what I've seen in a lot of the streams, because I lurk on everybody else's streams, and it's by far like some of the best RP I've seen in Project Zomboid as a whole. It is really coming along. I'm so glad that the vision that we tried to really install here was actual role play, not loose role play, nothing like that. Just Literally what you get in DayZ, what you get in 5M and all the serious roleplay servers is applied here as well. It's a serious roleplay server. It's amazing. And what I've been seeing is just absolutely phenomenal so far. So yeah. We do have a Jenny here, but I don't turn it on unless I really need to. So I'll just walk around with my windable mechanical flashlight here. I could just wind it, and I'm good. So this is what Mitch looks like. This is as close as I can get for you guys. I'm sorry about that. So I've got some padded pants. Oh, let me just go through some of the comments here. Sorry about that. So Rob was saying I want to try Zomboid. To be honest, I don't have a mouse. Wait, you don't have a mouse right now? Really? Get a mouse. There's a bunch of like cheap gamer mouses. At least they can get you go buy for like really cheap now. Yeah, Build 41 truly makes it work, Jam. It really, really does. No, it's like, it's been really solid. The RP's been just solid. Riley, I was the only one who perma during the event. Not complaining, though. Had some great RP with my boy Paul so far. Nice, Riley. You know, hats off to you for that perma. That's fucking amazing. You know what? You're not going to be forgotten. See, I think it's great that you're the only one who did. You know, like, I mean, it would have been cool if some other people would have. But the fact that you did, you'll be a lot more remembered. Remember that person who died, you know, when everything happened. You'll be that person. People will talk about you because you're part of history now. You know, like in RealRP's history. There was a casualty on the way out. You know, somebody did die, but many were seen to leave and try to survive. So, I mean, hey, man, look at the positive, I guess, right? First time watching Zomboid. Whining, it seems more like Mitch anyways. Yeah, he would definitely do that for sure. Howdy. How you doing, C-Nob? Yeah, once I find out in game that someone died, we'll def talk about him loads. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, man. And bodies don't disappear. Like zombies do, like they clear out after a while, but player bodies are not set to disappear, so your body will be found again, you know, like, and they'll find your key set and they'll recognize you like that if some people knew who you were. I gotta eat. Mitch is hungry. I kind of hate that I can't just put down the flashlight, though, and it still works. Like, you know, like in DayZ, like doing this, like, that sucks. I mean, maybe if I place it. I didn't try that. I'll try placing it. No, I can't place it, so, yeah. But anyways, you wind it back up like this. No need for batteries. It's perfect. It's 19 degrees out there, so we're not freezing. And let's go ahead and have something to eat. I know we had just gotten a bunch of supplies of food. Mitch loves beans, so he got the beans. I have 2 boxes of those. I got some mint candy. I wanted little candy like old people candy, you know? I was like, this is some old people candy. It's going to be cool and funny. Yo, Jacked Up Frog, what's up? I'm glad to have you here, man. Are you excited as I am for cows and shit? Yeah, I am super excited about that. Holy shit. That's definitely going to wipe the whole map, though, but it's a worth it update, you know? Like, it's something that just, oh my god, it would be great. Being able to go out in the woods and actually stumble, like, on deer and stuff would be great, you know? Finding a cow and actually being able to keep the cow is just phenomenal.
I think submarines are wonderful.
It's my boy, Mr. Blue. And he just gifted to Homebody Steve. 2 great people in the mix right there. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. I allow, you know, I allow you to say it, or do you allow me to say it, Blue? Do you allow me? You allow? Nice. So, Mr. Blue here usually plays Bobby Moretti, and You know, I'm kind of done with Sam. I'm just not. If I'm bringing Sam back, it's going to be very far into the future. I'm really done with Sam. I've just in the apocalypse setting of PZ, I've overplayed him. That's all I've played. So, you know, I'm going to be playing Tony again at some point. I don't know when, but you guys could expect Tony's brother to roam around first. There's a reason you'll find out why he's around here, all in his RP. But yeah, Bobby Moretti, my brother, is going to be alive and well and roaming the lands. So, you know, you might find him, and in consequence, maybe in the future you find me. So who knows? Yeah, I love Sam as a character. I really do. I'm just tired of playing him, you know? Like, just, I'm just going to nom on a bag of chips for now. I don't feel like opening up the cans. A little bit of laziness, but I could afford it. Back to the traits, by the way. I'm so sorry about that. I was supposed to answer that. So I picked Thin Skin, High Thirst, Slow Healer, especially because he's older now, so the slow healing made a lot of sense to me. Hearty Appetite. Mitch is just a hungry guy because he walks a lot. He's you know, he needs those calories, you know. Pacifist, of course. He's a smoker. Slow reader. But on the upside, I don't know how I was able to get so many, but I was really lucky, I guess. Cat Eyes, Dexterous, Outdoorsman, Iron Gut. He can eat anything. He's a bum. I mean, he's eaten a lot of shit. Brave, you know, he lives on the streets, man. He's dealt and seen all sorts of people. He's not afraid. Mitch is not afraid. It's one thing. Afraid of zombies, maybe, but because that's going to be strange to him. But like just violence and people being dicks to him, that's what he's used to. He's just not afraid of it anymore. First aider, he had to learn how to take care of himself a little bit, you know, throughout all those years. Inconspicuous, I mean, a bum, a hobo, you're not seen and shit. Nutritionist, so he's good with his food, which managed to stay alive all these years on some shit. I don't know why I have amateur mechanic. I have no idea why I have this. I have to be honest. I might actually request to remove this. I don't know why I have this. I must have picked it for a reason, but I completely forget why I picked this. Maybe it's a mistake or a misclick. I don't know, man. This makes no sense to me at this moment. Zomboid Bobby, especially with all these traits like you're showing. Yeah, man. Like, I love Zomboid about that. It makes your character unperfect, you know? Like, good at some things and really bad at other things and just average with the rest, you know? Like, whatever else is rest. Of course, Mitch is a hiker, of course. Organized and handy. So, these are all good traits I thought was good enough with the points that I had to do with. And the only one I'm questioning right now is why did I pick amateur mechanic? I don't get it. What's up with that? Is there a reason? Please tell me. Anyways, we've eaten. The only water I got right now is in this pot. It's good water. I pick it up to drink every now and again for now because it's all I got. I got this kettle. All right, let's do the rounds a little bit. Let's get my flashlight out. Show you guys around. So yeah, this is sort of, I guess, the sort of kitchen area. It's just a bit of stuff to get by, but not too much. And this is, of course, the room like we saw earlier, and then the living area. You know, kitchen, well, dining room, I guess. Look at the old table, too. I love it. And different chairs. Notice the different chairs. Like, it's not perfect. You know, I love it. It's chairs that were found probably left in garbage and shit. A nice plant. Mitch always had a plant like this near an orange sofa on Daisy, and I thought that'd be a nice reminiscing. You know, the orange sofa, which I can actually sit on. It'll turn off the flashlight, though, but... Turn off. Did I say on? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get back up and get the flashlight back in hand. I'm extremely bored right now and depressed. I have a compass. It's not an actual compass. It's more like a locket, but it kind of looks like a compass. but it's my special item. It's the compass inscribed hobo code inside. And it's in my bag when I travel. Mio Honda. Yes, I am enjoying being the player now. I don't need to worry about staff stuff. I don't have time. I have my kids to worry about, my marriage, my job, a bunch of irate clients to worry about. Yeah, I couldn't handle the worrying about this, at the same time. I only have time to play now. But I'm glad I helped shape it, and I'm glad I'm glad I created the place, for Christ's sakes. I'm gonna say, like some other people told me, don't undersell yourself, and I know what I did here, but it only is as great because of the people that are involved and that worked and helped me get it there. They just, I just created the vision and I started this place, but the staff that's currently there and taking care of everybody, those are the people that shaped this place. They did a lot of the work, especially the lore stuff and all that. Let me open this, open curtain. So 16 outside. So yeah, we can't really see it. I think there's more tents on the side there. I mean, I could go outside. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna go outside. I just gotta unbarricade that door. Alright, so let's turn this off. Go grab the hammer. Hell yeah, PG stream indeed, Bags. I'm on right now, but I'm AFK. The group I'm with is comfy right now. Yes, I am. I'm glad there are more people, players, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players, man. The server's been like maxed every night, and regardless of some of the crashes, like every freaking server I play in crashes every time, but it's just part of facts of gaming in RP. It'll crash, or you get DDoSed or crap like that. It just happens, but I love that the community is sticking together, and regardless, there's just some great RP for the moments that, you can actually get on and stuff, and not have to deal with that crap. Alright, let's unbarricade. I prefer to barricade my door just to double make sure, but it is locked, so. Got my hammer in hand. I got my reading glasses, too. Oh, just gonna put the plank down on the ground right here. That's my barricade plank. It is wet out here. So it's a bit of a hobo camp here. There was some friends staying out. They've not returned in a long time. There's totally more to this place too. There's even water here. So, an abandoned hunting camp, I suppose. So now, what I could do, because I want to be able to read some books and stuff too, I could have turned on the fire, though. I think that counts as light. But might as well utilize it. So we're going to unbarricade this. Oh, I forgot to grab some nails. Hey, appreciate that, Honda, and I hope to run into you too as well. Just keep in mind. Oh, I don't know why I turned that on. Even if, as long as you're in the server, you cannot be in people's streams, even if you're technically AFK and stuff. It's just part of the rules, so keep that in mind. I know you're not causing any harm by being here or anything like that right now, but it is the rules. So yes, if you're in the game, you cannot be in the streams. Well, it's all right, man. It's all right. I'd love to have you here. It's just the rules, But have fun in the game, and I hope to bump into you. All right. Oh, I was gonna grab But you can tell the Jenny's on now. I don't need my my flashlight. And I'm gonna need some nails, so I'm just gonna grab like half. All right. Oh, he's not 83. Mitch is 67 years old. He's still kind of vigorous, you know. He can still do things. His brain still functions, and it's just his legs that are kind of weak now, and his back. So it's getting hard. But I do have a friend, Ollie. Ollie, another homeless person. But we'll meet Ollie another time, I think. I'm not sure if Ollie's going to be around tonight. So we'll see. All right. So now we got some power in here, at least for now. I'm going to drop my hammer in here. And again, Mitch has no idea that there is a damn apocalypse out there. There we go. All right. Oh, I think. Wait, that one. Okay, yeah, it's unduped. I think that one duped. I remember picking it up, and yeah, I guess it duped because I think the server had crashed when I was playing. I was playing a little bit this afternoon. I was just kind of chilling in here and getting a few things kind of ready. I got some planks. I went and cut out a couple of planks out there. I think they're on the ground here. Yeah, got a whole bunch of them. Well, not a whole bunch, but just a few. Just extra planks, you know. You never know. All right, well, I'm going to smoke a cigarette now at this point. And who knows, maybe somebody will bump into me here. It's quite possible. Not that far off the road. Eventually I'm probably gonna venture out. I'm not sure if I can do that tonight. I'm not supposed to be streaming tonight. I don't usually play, but you know, my wife is busy with her sister and everything, so I'm just like, I'm doing nothing, and I really wanted to RP, or at least even RP with myself if that needs be. I don't care. I'll still do it. But yeah, I don't know if I have time to go out there tonight. I'm kind of hoping a zombie will wander over here, or somebody will. That'd be kind of cool, I guess, and get me going. But for now, Ollie and I have no idea what's going on. We just kind of stuck here for a while. We didn't need to go venturing out. Right now, I don't have food or anything. I do have some food. I could last here for a little bit here, so not that much, though. But I could last here. I could easily do a week here before I absolutely feel the need to, like, I gotta go get some stuff at the store with the bit of money I got. And I do have money.
I think submarines are wonderful.
Yo, Q, thank you. Thank you so much. 6 months. How you doing? I love that it makes faucet sound. All right, let's get rid of this like really bad mood I got right now, and I don't have like antidepressants and shit like that, so that's not gonna help. See, I got some money. I got 6 money. I did have... I remember putting money here, like, on display. It's kind of gone now. I don't know where it went. Might have been the server that gobbled it up. I think it was during that time, too. I was doing, like, a couple of things. And during that, like, 10-minute, it was lost. So, it's just something that happens. But I love that we can place stuff like that. And you can just rotate it with, like, R. And then, just have it placed. And it looks like you're actually using the furniture you have. Yeah, I'm having a great day, man. I mean, I'm able to RP today, which is really nice. And to top it off, I'm playing some Zomboid. So I've been looking forward to this. Alright. Yeah, here's my skills right now. This is what I got. So we're obviously gonna up this at some point. It's gonna go up, but not everything will. Not with Mitch. You know me, guys. I'm not going to play the guy who knows everything. I'd rather rely on people because RP is much more entertaining to me. Otherwise, I'd just go play solo. You know, what's the point? If I don't have to rely on somebody or friends or other survivors, like, what is the point? As if, like, you know, as for, like, am I going to stay here forever? That's another question. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how long I'm going to be here. This is my home right now. This is the only place it feels like I'm accepted at because I'm a freaking hobo. I'm a homeless man. All right, we're going to grab a couple of comic books and a couple of magazines. So we have reading material. And we could even nicely sit on our couch and read these things. This will help with boredom. I want to find a CD to play in here because I don't get radio stations or anything out here. So CDs would be kind of dope. So I could have something to listen to. I'm going to have to head out, but it was nice dropping by. I hope to see you in the world sometime. Absolutely, Blue. Can't wait. Can't wait to even meet Bobby, even as Mitch would be kind of cool, man. All right, take it easy, man. Can't wait. It is 5:10. 20 degrees Celsius. You guys might... I'm not going to convert this, like... I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. So if ever you guys are curious, just go to Google and type, you know, convert Celsius to Fahrenheit and then do 20 and then you'll have your Fahrenheit. I mean, it is everything a man needs. But this was a hobo camp a little established, like before, like, you know, the apocalypse. So like they already had something going on here. It was just an abandoned, like, hunting lodge or some shit, and then, you know, they just took over and started squatting here. And there's a Jenny with some light. But see, they're already living on Jenny. I don't know. Did the electricity go out for people yet? I don't know that yet. I'll find out. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell. I'll find out. I have no idea if it did go out yet. So maybe it did because the server's been on for a couple of weeks. So it might have went out already. I don't know. All right, let's read some more magazines. Let's just get rid of these Moodles right here. That'd be nice. You know, I'm just trying to get rid of those. But yeah, I might have to go out there, though. But I just have no reason to. I have no icy reason to, other than some of the other hobos have not returned. But, you know, where are they anyway? Where would I go? So it's kind of nice, just living my life out here, like not knowing when is it that I'll be, informed about all this shit. Or until I run out of some supplies that I absolutely need out there. So I'll go out there and think like, I gotta go get some. Yo, Laugh. Doing great. Doing great. Family's well. And how about you? Does this help with depression at all? Like, I'm going to read one more just to see. It'll still boost my happiness, but... Not happiness, but like the boredom. I probably need to eat some stuff that'll make me happy, maybe. Man, this is the only Moodle I wish, was not in RP. We don't need this one. The depressed one should be my choice, Like, it should definitely be my choice. I should know if my character is depressed or not. I'm not depressed. I like standing here. I like doing nothing. What about that, But you just get depressed so quickly in this game. Very nice. Glad everything's good with you. I'm glad to have you here, too. Does this give me happiness? I mean, unhappiness, stress. See, it does kind of help. Like, smoking cigarettes does kind of help on this. But I do have weed. I think I have, like, one joint or something. It might help. Oh, yeah, see? Cigarettes does... Wow, I just gotta, like... smoke a whole bunch of cigarettes to get rid of the depression. There's nothing like a good old pack of cigarettes to get rid of depression. Holy shit, I can't even say it. It's too funny. Oh my god. It's working. There we go. I'm not depressed anymore. It took like 3 smokes, but I'm good. Well, the cigarettes are great. They really know how to capture your happiness. Man, it's too bad it's raining out there. I want to sit by the fire outside. But the rain won't let me. And, well, it makes me feel a little sad. I'll keep the windows open. Lock the door. Don't want no surprises. Have a great one, Jam. Thanks for coming around. Appreciate you. It'll be good to let some air in. Place stinks. Alright, so what is it that I'm more probable to run out of first? Water, I don't think. Because, I mean, I could just gather some water, especially in the rain. This pot does do that. Can be used to collect rainwater when placed on the ground outside. We got 12 cans of beans, 4 bags of chips, and 7 mint candy. I'm going to have one of those candies. Oh, they really help on the unhappiness.
Oh gosh, I really wonder where everyone is.
I'm that old man looking out the window. It's me. I'm that old man. It's about to get dark too, so a lot of people are probably... Some people will travel a lot during the night, but some people prefer the daytime, right? It's that 50-50 thing. There's pros and cons on both sides, really. That kettle is really bothering me. It's kind of clipping in that thing here. So I'm gonna grab that and place it some other way. There we go. Yo, Punisher, how you doing, man? Great to see you.
It was a dark and stormy day.
Did I hear something? I heard something outside in the back.
Hello?
And I swear I heard like little thumps. Like 1 or 2 thumps. Oh, really? Yeah, I bet they weren't too pleased. Yeah. There's really no incentive right now for me to go out there other than possibly look for some of the hobos. Like, you know, where are they at? Where'd they go? Like, why is nobody coming back even after a couple of weeks like this? Like, almost 2 weeks. Everyone's been gone. And, but it's like raining, too, on top of that. Although rain never killed Mitch, in this game it can. So we'll see. See what happens. I'm getting dirty, though. I'm getting dirty. Getting all kinds of dirty. I like his outfit. I like how he's got a fucking green Santa coat on. I love it. Why does it have to be raining? Man, I want to be outside. I mean, I guess we could read one book that might... What do I have? Carpentry? I mean, that might help me learn a few things, maybe. Give me a bit of a boost. It's not like I really need it, though. Mitch's not going to build that much. But he builds just enough little things. Ooh. I think I'm in PvP mode. Yeah, there we go. I clicked PvP mode. It does take a while though, huh? You get that little green speck right here. It's just a little speck. It's a very little speck. But yeah, there's a full server, and this place here, I'm pretty sure people are gonna end up coming here. Somebody's gonna try coming here and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna base up here, so which is natural. It's fine if they come over here, but obviously I'm already here. Some of us are here. But it would engage some of that RP. So if that happens before, then it means that, you know, Mitch will learn about it. If not, then I'll need a zombie probably to show up to at least get me, you know, knowing what's going on. Or eventually when it stops raining, Mitch will go out there, you know, probably to look for them. Hey, Dillian, what's up, man? Yeah. Hey, well, you know, Mitch now is having his debut in RP on RealRP here on Project Zomboid. He's wearing himself a nice open green Santa suit. And some padding pants, you know, that looks kind of like the stuff he had on DayZ. And he's got a nice little hat as well. His bucket hat. I could probably read you guys a little bit of the story, I guess. All right, yeah. Mitch Anderson. Well, this is what I wrote for this lore here, so Mitch Anderson is a 67-year-old man born June 2nd, 1933, from Ontario, Canada. He grew up as a shy boy and often intimidated by others. Being smaller and more scrawny than the regular child his age, but regardless, always stayed positive and smiled through most of it. He never was able to make friends growing up, as he'd remain quiet and often afraid of rejection, on top of actually being picked on constantly by some, which didn't help. He did, however, love his mother very much, and she loved Mitch very much. He never knew his father, as he died in World War II in 1939, when Mitch was 6. Mitch had a best friend type relationship with his mother. They would often watch the sunrise together, until one day she fell ill of cancer. She passed away in their home mere moments before the sunrise. Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Shotgun, what's up, man? How was your stream? How was your RP and all that? I'm just reading Mitch's story real quick. And who he is. So Mitch had a best friend type relationship with his mother. They would often watch the sunrise together until she fell ill one day of cancer. She passed away in their home mere moments before the sunrise. Mitch was 20 at this time. He inherited some money from his mother, which amounted to almost $2 million, which was enormous at this time. No idea why his mother had all of this money. Mitch was just saddened by the loss of his mother, and it was all he could think about. This led him to turning to drinking a lot to ease his pain. One day he met a woman who showed interest in Mitch, and she was indeed looking interested. Over the course of 3 weeks, they were dating, but nothing ever went beyond kisses and showing affection. They were to be married first. Mitch, however, found out that the woman was a girlfriend to a distant cousin of his. And he found out that it was all a ruse to get Mitch's money. This broke Mitch's heart into pieces. He was so hurt by the loss of his mother, not being able to pay for medical bills as well, to help, and now this, all because of greed, that Mitch took all of his money and split it between orphanages and homeless shelters as donations. He packed up as little as he could, keeping just a pocket full of money, and left, never to be seen or heard from again in that city, which is Ontario, where he comes from. If you didn't catch that at the beginning. Mitch traveled starting at the age of 20. During his travels, he learned many things on his own. He would search for sunrises in each province he would be in Canada. At the age of 22, he eventually met George, a modern hobo who found Mitch at a soup kitchen. George instantly became friends with Mitch, Mitch's first friend. George was much older, in his 50s at the time, but George showed a lot of survival skills to Mitch. He taught him the hobo code and hobo way. But Mitch was always hesitant on many things, like stealing or causing any kind of harm to anyone, just for his gain. He never wanted to do this, and that was clear. It made other surrounding hobos sorry, I guess a typo here. Other surrounding hobos not respect Mitch as much, even hate on him quite a bit. And yet again, Mitch was picked on. But George did his best to defend Mitch and keep him in the circle. After 5 years of travel with George, Mitch was now 25 and was about to suffer another great loss to him. George had went to sleep one night in a train car with Mitch nearby, of course. When Mitch woke up, George never did. It seemed like a natural cause of death, as if his heart gave out. Mitch was extremely sad at this point and dove even deeper into drugs and alcohol. Although he'd remained positive on the exterior, inside he was a broken man trying to smile his way through pain. Mitch continued to travel, and once he'd covered all of Canada, he moved on to the United States. He visited many states and never got to all of them. Mitch, however, eventually made his way to Knox County and had been staying in the woods, as he had a cabin of his own with others sharing abandoned cabins nearby, a little campground for the homeless. Mitch at this point was 66. His legs were giving out on him. It was becoming a huge task to travel like he used to. So he decided to take a year off and settle in Knox until he'd feel better. Upon the events that started happening, Mitch and the others were oblivious to everything. They had plenty of supplies to last them for a while, so they had no reason to be out in the cities and towns. Perhaps one day Mitch will find out what the world has become. So that's the rough story. It's not like super in depth like my usual stories, but backgrounds, but it gave me a little something to work with, so I wanted to be a little more basic on this. Mr. Space Commander, what's up? What are you curious about, man? And welcome to the channel. I do. Yeah, I'm using a Noctua on a Ryzen 5 3600. Yeah, actually I'm getting the full thing. Like most of the time. Sometimes it'll dip. Depends on the game, I guess, or what's happening, but for the most part I'm always getting roughly around 4.1, 4.2. I know base is not exactly that, but mine like auto overclocks, I guess, or whatever. It goes all the way to the max. I've noticed it always goes up there. So, and before that though, it wouldn't, or I think it would. Yeah, that was my problem. But the CPU would just overheat, and I didn't want to underclock it. Like it was stock. I did not force overclock it or anything. It was just stock like that. Yeah, I just really wanted to make it cooler because it was crazy. I was playing stuff like GTA and I was getting like 83 degrees Celsius, man, like on a max. But I would average around 75 to 80, which was, to me, that was just crazy, man. Like, what the hell, even just idle, doing nothing, the PC just like on desktop, it would be like in the 50s. And that just didn't make sense to me. So I ended up caving, and I got a Noctua, the one that's displayed on the profile there. And man, it's a world of difference now. Now I idle in the like 33 to 36, with some boosts every now and again because Windows tasks and shit like that will do that. But like when it's actually idle and doing nothing, it's a solid 33 to 36. And when I'm gaming like GTA again, that was my most intensive game for some reason. I don't know why. It's really well optimized. I don't know why it's doing that, but I would get, I'm now getting like, 60, sometimes 70 if there's like some other Windows bullshit tasks happening, like Defender and shit like that will actually surprisingly move shit up. I'm just saying, like, it really does do that. If the window, like there's a fact checker or whatever for your like serial number as well. If that plays, like, these are all little things that you can turn off technically while you're gaming. But I don't, and that would just spike my shit. But for the most part, it's really great temps. It's a fucking amazing. It's really easy to install as well. I mean, damn, man, it's an overall good time. Yeah, see, I don't need the like 4.1, 4.2 really, because I just RP, you know, I don't play for performance, you know, but still, you know, it's nice to have it, you know, so I can understand somebody who needs it, who's a little bit more competitive or plays shooters and shit like that. Like, that definitely is something that you want to get. You want to get that max performance. Zach, how you doing, man? I'm nerding out pretty good. I'm playing some Project Zomboid. Unfortunately, it's raining out there. I have no idea it's the apocalypse yet. I'm just this old hobo living in a hobo abandoned camp. There's like a couple of cabins and stuff, some tents laying around here and there, and some garbage. You can tell it's like a hobo place. But yeah, Mitch is living his best life, I guess. Your CPU is OC because it's old. Yeah, you gotta OC anything that's old nowadays. You got no choice. I'm gonna take a break on reading. I hope it doesn't reset my reading. Oh my. Like, I mean, I stood up and it still kept reading. Okay, first we're gonna smoke a cigarette because we gotta get rid of that anxiousness here before I start becoming depressed again because I'm not having cigarettes. And we're gonna go and drink and eat. I think we're now going to have ourselves a can of beans. A nice can of beans. Nice and cool, too. Like room temp. You know, in real life, I like canned beans. Like, you know, I guess in tomato sauce or something like that. Like, that's fine with me. I can't eat it if it's warmed up. I don't like warm beans, man. They gotta be room temp. Like, that's the only way I could eat it. I don't know why. It's one of those things I can only eat. Like, I could eat that straight from the can. Like that. Like, if we were in the apocalypse and beans is what I had, I'd be okay. Like, I wouldn't need to warm them up or anything. I'd be just fine eating them the way they are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to open the can of beans. Why is there like 2 options? Yeah, I'd be tooting a lot, yeah. In fact, probably not. If I ate a lot of it, eventually I would not toot as much because your body kind of, you know, adapts to... Oh, man. It's going to give me +10 unhappiness, though. Why? Beans are a happy thing, man, especially for this hobo. $80mm fan? Yeah, that's a very tiny cooler right there. Alright, and we're gonna have ourselves a nice little drink of water. I love that it sounds like a faucet. Oh, one day that'll be fixed, I'm sure. And we're gonna throw away the can. Some cigarette butts. Actually, I'm gonna use the cigarette butts as fuel in here. Yeah, we're just gonna add fuel, cigarette butts, all 8. And that'll help, like, you know. See, I heard that banging again. But I think it's just part of the world. You managed to pick up a 3080 Ti? Oh, no shit. Recently through... recently, though, so eventually I'm going to have to build a new system. Yeah, because, you know, you're just going to get bottlenecked, you know, by the old CPU or something. So, you know, that's a downside when you upgrade. Like, most times you just got to upgrade most of your stuff. Like, when you want to upgrade RAM, well, a lot of the times you got to upgrade the motherboard, too. Because, you know, you want higher frequencies, but your motherboard only supports lower frequencies, and, yeah. But I got a really nice setup now. I'm really happy with my setup. The specs are down below for those who are wondering what I got. But yeah, I even have like 32 gigs of RAM now, which is nice. I'm running at 3200 megahertz, or I think that's it. It's megahertz, or yeah, I think it's megahertz, right? But yeah, It's just like thanks to all the subs and stuff, like through the months and years and stuff, like I just been able to upgrade really nicely. And then we had that fundraiser as well last year. I think it's been now like a year since I've had this set up, so it's like a year old now, and I'm really happy. I'm able to play everything and stream everything just fine. It's really nice, you know, and I'm so thankful. I can't be more thankful. But see, I bought a system that came with the 3070 that I have. So, well, I mean, I didn't buy a pre-built. Like, I purchased the parts from a shop that builds this. It's like a mom and pop kind of shop. It's a really nice place, expert people, you know, not like a scam place, not Geek Squad building me a PC from Best Buy or some shit like that. You know, it's an actual company that builds PCs, and they're not like hugely known. I didn't go with NXT whatever and all the other ones, and you know, Corsair and all that, like all these pre-builds from these big companies. I just went with that one, and I saved a lot more money because, you know, I'm not paying for the big brand. But yeah, it's really great components that I got, and you know, for Canada, I got a great deal. I want to light this up. Light fire. I don't want to burn these books. All right, do I have some paper? I think I have some paper around. I got 2 joints. Nice, you know, it's all right. Oh, a little drinky poo. How did I forget the little drinky poos here? They're wonderful. I never thought I'd be able to have a PC like this. I like even having a job. Like, I mean, I have a job today, and I wouldn't be able to buy myself a PC like this on my own. So I'm really thankful of the great community that I have. So it was an upgrade from 2080. Nice. Well, I'm glad you were able to get your hands on one, man, because freaking getting, like, that was the only way I could get a graphics card is by doing a pre-built. Man, I was sure I had some paper, like sheets of paper lying around, but can I like rip? Yeah, rip one. Let's see. All right, yeah, it does give me sheets, 10 sheets of paper, and I just want to grab one. All right, let's sheet of paper, light up the fire. I like turning the light off here because then I know the fire's on, because you could tell it's like the reddish glow here. Ooh, direct from EVGA, nice. So you got a really good price then. And EVGA for the win, right? Like, fuck, man. EVGA is all I love too. So I instantly, when I had a choice for video cards, I wanted to go with EVGA. I had an EVGA 1080 right before that, which was still really fucking good. It's still a great card today, actually. Those cards are still really good. And they still hold up. But yeah, as we're moving on to RTX technology more and more, and you know, it's just more viable to move on to the 30 series at this point. It's just hard to do that for a lot of people. So you got a For the Win 3 Ultra, nice. Oh yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. Yeah, the prices are ridiculous, man. I've seen, sometimes I look up my card just for the heck of it to see how much it's going for, like, online. And it's, like, ludicrous prices, man. It's what I paid for my whole damn PC. You know? It's like, wow. And some people will pay it. Like, I get it. If people are rich and they got a ton of money and they really don't care, to them, like, $2,000 is nothing. It's like, it's like change for me. That's cool, you know, get it by all means. But like, if you're on a budget, no way, man, you shouldn't be doing that. You just gotta tough it out and wait until you get that opportunity, like you did, you know. Yeah, minus the 3080. Yeah, but 2080 Ti is still pretty fucking good, you know? What does the girlfriend play, you know? See, my girlfriend's more into like stuff like Sims and very simple games that don't really demand high graphics, like, you know, big graphic cards. Imagine being able to sit in a game. Oh, man. With no issues, you know? This is probably, of all the sitting mods I've ever experienced in any game, including, like, any game, like, even GTA, like, this is simple. A right-click, guaranteed. Even in GTA, you have to wait till the thing appears that says, like, press H to sit, you know? And sometimes it's like tricky and it won't appear. Like, this is simple. You right click the chair and sit, and then you're sitting. You're good. Oh yeah, it's super complex. But once you get around, I think the learning curve is roughly about a week's time. I'm talking 7 actual days, you know, like of playing. So like, you know, maybe a couple hours to a few hours a day, about 7 days. Once you've passed that, like, threshold, you're pretty good. Like, you'll know most, if not all, of everything, and then Wiki can help you with the rest. Like, there is so much Wiki on this stuff, so many videos since the popularization of this game in the last patch. There's so many videos out there now that'll explain a whole bunch of stuff on how to do certain things, tips and tricks and all those things that even some veterans of the game, like, probably don't even know. It's pretty impressive. This game has a lot of stuff in it, and when you add mods to it, it's even greater, you know? It's just absolutely even greater. I love that I could turn off the HUD like that. Just no HUD, man. But you kind of need the moodles, like, you need to know. See, now I'm bored, but, you know, it's like, what else am I gonna... I'm not bored. I actually like sitting here looking out the window like this. Like, I'm kind of seeing out there, you know? Excuse me. It's like I want to burp, man, but it won't come out. Because I can't. I can't burp. I medically cannot burp. I mean, it does happen. I'm not saying I cannot burp at all. It happens naturally and like 2 to 3 times a year where it'll just be like a random, very small burp. But I can't do it on purpose. I can't. When I know I have a burp that needs to come out, it just doesn't want to come out. I don't know why. Oh yeah, they've done an absolutely great job. And like the wife of the head dev RPs on our server as well, so we have like an inside scoop on a lot of stuff, which is really nice. But we're also connected with the dev and like Lemmy and stuff. So freaking great people, man. They're very in touch with their community. They're not just in touch with me. Like, anybody that reaches out to them, they will respond. Like, they're just that great. That's what a good dev team is. People that listen to their community, that respond to DMs fairly quickly too. Like, pretty quickly. As long as you're not, like, you know, being unrealistic with your questions and stuff, like, it's fine. They're really, really good people, and I'm proud to play in this game. It's a really good game. Even sitting down here, I feel like I'm here. I'm living in this world. There's a full server right now. Like, it's full. It's capped of people playing out there in the world, and they might turn up here. Maybe not. You know, it's raining out there, so I can't really go out there and just catch my death in the rain. So I gotta wait out the rain if I want to go travel a little bit. I have no idea there's zombies yet. I mean, it's sheer excitement for me. I love this stage right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of chillax, and all I know, it's been like almost 2 weeks that I haven't seen a lot of the hobos around here. they went out, but like, you know, I stocked up enough on supplies for a while, so I was good to stay here for at least a, you know, a decent 3 or so weeks. It's like I don't really need to go out there, especially Mitch really needed the rest, so he's just kind of staying behind. You know, so it's just like the waiting game at this point. Soul, brother, how you doing? Get the wife to burp me. just rubbing on the back, doing the little pats. You know, and just, I can't burp, man. I hate it. Like, I don't know why I can't. Can't wait to see how Mitch will react to his first Zom. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to react. Probably going to think it's a person at first, so I'm going to have to be careful because they will bite. You know, motherfuckers will bite. Something in the esophagus? Really, huh? The procedure can be done, but it's not 100% fixed. Gotcha. Well, it's like, you know, I'm going on 38, and I'm okay. You know, like, I never needed to burp. It's not like, you know, I had to. I've lived all my life without purposefully burping to feel a little bit better, but I don't really suffer from heartburns or anything. The only time I'll get like minor heartburns is sometimes when I'm sleeping, and mostly if I ate like a small snack before sleeping. Then I'll have like acid reflux at that point, maybe a little bit of heartburn, but it's like really minor. It's really not that much. So luckily I don't really suffer from that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm okay. I think I fart normally, at least, so I can still expel gas, which is nice. Just it's in the other, I guess, least liked fashion. That one comes with a smell, you know. Were times in the past where I was miserable for not being able to burp. I'm so glad that I can now. Just gotta wait for the gas to pass all the way. Yeah, you just gotta wait for it to go all the way through. But I don't really suffer from the heartburns and stuff. If it won't blow out the attic, send it out to the basement. Yeah. But like I said, I never really felt like, you know, oh my god, it doesn't make me feel miserable, really, is what I mean. So it does not hurt me that way or cause me any kind of discomfort for long periods of time. I never really get that. I guess my body just really did adapt to that, like not being able to burp. Like I said, sometimes I'll just do the little, like, you know that little, I'm sure you heard the sound and you know exactly what I mean. Like the, you know, like that's the pre-burp. That's the, like, the natural burp that wants to come out, but it doesn't. It never does. But sometimes I'll go like, you know, like it'll just, like, a small one, just a very, very small one. It's subtle, but I felt it. I know it's a burp. I 100% guaranteed it's a burp, but it happens like 3 times a year. It just every now and again. I guess it was that severe that the burp was like, you know, fuck your esophagus, I'm coming out, you know? So for this one, and it's a very small one too, it's just enough. It's like, I'll keep the gas, but you got to take 10% out of there, man. Just let it out a bit. All right, fine. You know, just a little, just very little thing. But yeah, I guess I am lucky when it comes to that. Ooh, I did not drink. I'm going to drink my drinky poo. Well, I'm just drinking all of it. I love that we have the mod, I think, that slows down some of the stuff too. Oh man, sorry, I don't want to give you PTSD on this shit, man. Look at Mitch drink, man. He's drinking. Ooh. Oh, he was only like just a little bit like drunk for a second. Is, you know, this empty bottle is going to be useful. I didn't have any bottles, so I'm guessing now I'd be able to fill up my, yeah, I could fill up my water. Because I can't carry this around, man. It's kind of weird, but I could carry a, you know, water bottle with me, so it's nice. Let's sit down and have a smoke now, because my character seems like it needs one. It's a little anxious. It's very bored and feeling sad, but that's because I haven't given him a smoke yet. So I might need a couple of cigarettes, but nope. Nope, seems like that covered it. Let's keep reading carpentry. Oh yeah, it saved it. Nice. I always forget if it does save it or not. So far his skills anyways, this is what he has. So, it's not much because it's the beginning, so we're going to have to work on some things, but I'm not going to work all of this stuff, though, obviously. And his traits are thin-skinned, high thirst, slow healer, because, you know, much older as well, hearty appetite, pacifist, is a smoker, and a slow reader. So I'm reading specifically slow right now. Oh, I don't have my reading glasses on, I forgot. Jesus. Hold on. I got to put my reading glasses on. I'm gonna have to cancel this, right? Yes, I am. Alright, let's just sit down, get my glasses on. Sorry, I'm gonna wear, and then I'm gonna read. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's the negative traits. The positive, he's got cat eyes. Is pretty good with that, I guess. Dexterous, he's an outdoorsman. He's got an iron gut. He's brave. He's a first aider. These are all things naturally he would have learned as a hobo. Inconspicuous, nutritionist. Amateur mechanic is really weird. I forget why it's there. I feel like that's a misclick. I don't know why I have this, but I do. Hiker, organized, and handy. So, yeah, that's pretty much his traits and his skills right now. Oh, I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna have to go to sleep. It's like 8. It's 8:10 at night. It's an early bedtime. I'm glad you like it, Zach. I think I picked well, except for the mechanic one. I'm just confused. I feel like I said, it's either a misclick or maybe at the time, because this is a preset save that I had for Mitch for quite some time, like when we were testing the server like a couple months ago. So I forget. Maybe at the time there was a reason why I picked this. I don't know why though. Like Mitch just doesn't really do stuff in vehicles, you know. Mitch walks everywhere. And that's what he does. That's his thing. But I guess for the sake of, he might know a couple of little things. You know, just little things, maybe. Like how to hotwire a car. Maybe these are things George would have shown him over time. But, you know, even then, George, this was back when Mitch was like, you know, 25 or so, man. Like, this was in the 50s and shit, so... If he learned how to hotwire a car, it was probably much later. Yeah, maybe I did, you know? Who knows?
I just know how it works, that's all.
But yeah, I'm happy with the Mitch I got. I love my green Santa coat. Keeps me warm enough. It's the only thing that looked like a bum jacket to me. Like, just the whole getup looks random. And, like, you know, this is a guy who clearly just grabbed what he could. And, you know, he ran with it. It's like, you know, Mitch is not about fashion. Mitch is about, you know, just being warm enough, I guess. It's 20 degrees in the house. This is considered nice for me. I like this. 20 degrees is nice. In fact, yeah, you know, the scientists do say that you should be going to bed at 18 degrees Celsius, which is, it's kind of cool, but because, you know, taking into account that you're under blankets and stuff, 18 is perfect, which would make you feel pretty comfortable even under your blankets. But 21 would be the regular temperature for people. So for those who don't know Fahrenheit or Celsius, I don't know what Fahrenheit is, but 20 is like, it's all right. It's like, but you know, you might start feeling a little coolish. So I guess the cool is coming in. And what month is it? It's September 15th. This is the date. So this is the kind of weather we're getting right now. October is coming around pretty soon. 18 is 64.4 Fahrenheit. Man, I just wish it was like the same everywhere, you know, so we'd all be like, it's like, hey, you know, 18 or 64. It's about 70. Yeah, see, that's a comfortable temperature, like especially like outside in the sun with a 20 degree, like 70 degrees, like that's nice. I like that. That's comfortable for me. I don't like when it's too hot. I don't like when it's too cold. I don't like when it's too hot. I like when, like, you know, the kind of temperature there is outside during autumn or spring, you know, not the rain, minus the rain. I'm talking when there are nice days, you know, during these seasons. I like those days. They feel good. You know, they feel comfortable. They're not like, nobody's overheating and nobody's like freezing. Like, that's the only time you hear almost nobody complain about weather. You know, well, at least about the heat, you know, or the coldness. Of course, people will complain about the rain. Rain's got to come before snow, and it got to come after snow.
Hey, you ain't no chooch.
Oh, Carl. Oh, my God, man. Beer for Mitch? One beer? Just bought Mitch like 50 beers in 2000. They were at least a buck, less than that, $1.50. Dude, thank you so much for the 50, man. I appreciate you, Zach. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. How to shut Roach up. I'm like not talking anymore because it's just really nice of you, dude. Nah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I promise. I promise. Thank you again, man. I really appreciate it. Oh my. Yeah, so Mitch is a slow reader, man. That's the downside of it. And I like to blame it on, you know, the fact that he's getting older, you know. He's starting to having a hard time to see. It's making it hard for him to read. His glasses do help, but these are very old glasses. They're not even prescribed to him. He just found them. And then was like, oh, these work, you know. Oh, splendid. I'm going to wear them now. Because I evidently need them to read. I can see very well at night, but I mean, I still can't see shit from far or from close. It's always from close. Like, he has a hard time seeing from close. Yeah, absolutely what Soul said. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Going straight for the bills. Oh, mainly that's just my it's one bill. Internet, home phone, cell phone, TV. I think that's it, right? Yeah. My wife has a cell phone. I don't use a cell phone. I don't like cell phones. I have an emergency one for like 911 or some shit, but that's it. Like, and I connect it to Wi-Fi, and that's it. So I'll use it like that if ever I'm like at my work, which I can't really always do that, but you know, I gotta deal with Karens all the time, and I get why they were having a hard time keeping a manager at that store, man. Because you're paid like 25 cents above minimum wage, and you have to deal with a hell of a lot more. But I like to think that one day I'm going to get a lot more than what I'm getting now, because it's ridiculous what I have to deal with. And all the shit I have to do. Like, I have to make sure that all the money is accounted for. Like, I do the receipts and shit. I do the ordering. I do the... I manage the employees, of course. I haven't had to fire anybody, though, so that's nice. Yeah, don't know how some people do it with, oh, I know, man, like these freaking crazy houses and stuff, 2 new cars, going out all the time. Yeah, it's like, how, man? I don't get it. I'm here just scratching everything I can. I got one job and that's it. And it's like, you know, it's so rough out there. Everybody who could get a job got a job, and a lot of places are shutting down because of all the COVID stuff, and a lot of places are going bankrupt because of that crap. Like it's caused a huge issue here. Anyway, so you take what you can get, and I got a manager position at a dollar store, sort of. I guess it's like a dollar store. Yeah, it's anything from $1 to $5. You know, nothing over $5 though. Anyway, but you still get people bitching as if they paid like a grand for something. You know, like they are upset, like they have, you know, lost $1,000 today. It's like, no, ma'am. The only thing you've lost is your time, you know, and $3.50. Like, I could give you store credit, you know. That's it. And I have to repeat this so many times in a day. And some of them yell at us, like, they'll yell at me and the other employees, and then I have to tell them to kindly leave. I haven't had to call cops, which is nice, but just still, man, like, God damn, some people just don't care. Like, just, and it's like, I get why some people sometimes just want to punch someone in the face, you know, like, and you're like, I can't, because I got 3 kids at home and they depend on this paycheck. So I cannot punch you, ma'am or mister, in the face, because you make me want to, but I'm not going to, because I'm not a violent person, for one, but you're making me one. You're going through all these things in your mind. It's crazy. Hey, we're almost done reading this book, man. We're getting really close. No visitors yet. All my windows are open. I got a working Jenny and my lights are on. So, who knows? Although I am very tired, my awareness is severely reduced. I just don't want to go to bed so early. I'm very bored. High chance of becoming unhappy. So, yeah, I guess we didn't put the mod in there for... These books should, like, not make you bored, man. I hate that that's a thing. Why is that a thing? It's just make us happy, books, like, you know, or not happy, but, like, entertain. I'm learning stuff here. I'm not bored. I'm learning. Oh, yeah, working retail is hell, Zach. I worked at an auto parts store. Oh, Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord. Hey, Kalana. I was just going to hug you back, and then you wrote Hugs Roach again. Oh, well, no, you wrote Hugs Mitch first. Oh, thank you, Kalana. And thank you, Kalana. We appreciate your hug. Get yourself a tablet. That's probably why I'm bored. It's like, man, I could really go for a Kindle tablet. I'd be one of the cool kids with my iPad. Those are 2 different things, I know. Wait, it's the year 2000. There is no such thing. Yeah, the lore is set at the year 2000. The actual game lore is set at like 96, I believe. But, you know, for the sake of getting closer to the generation, the current generation of players and stuff, it was better to go like a little later, like in 2000. So this way you'll have the like, you know, the 90s culture at least, and it won't have to be like the 70s, 80s culture, which is a nice culture. I'd be able to play in that, but, you know, like in the 90s, like dead 90s right there. The 90s were wild, man. That's where I grew up. You know, for me, I went through the 90s and all of the 2000s, etc. But like the 90s were like the peak years for me, anyways, in my life. Like, we all have our era, and for me, it was the 90s, and it was a great time. It was so different. It was so different. And I'm sad to see that, like, kids today don't get to have that experience. I'm really, really sad. Like, you know, I can't force it. No kids do this anymore. Like, it's just not what it used to be. You know, groups of kids, like, hanging around and, just playing outside, like seeing a bunch of kids on bikes. We see it sometimes. It's really rare, but sometimes during summer we will see. Like I noticed the same like 3 boys that hang out. Like that's cool. That reminds me of when I was young and like I was hanging out with my friends on my bike, and my bike got stolen at some point, and that devastated the shit out of me. And anyways, but it's like it's great memories at the same time, experiences of life. And but you don't see it often, man. Like I don't know, man, if it's because I'm in a small town, but you just don't see that shit. Everybody's on electronics now, on tablets and phones and PCs, and it's just, sadly, that's the way of the future now. That's just plain what it is. Yeah. I'm so glad my son, who is both mildly autistic and dyslexic, has finally started taking up reading as a hobby. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, he's nearly 10 and has always struggled with it, but now he loves it. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we're having issues with our 5-year-old. We recently got, ear tests and stuff like that because we were suspecting there was issues with her hearing, because she wouldn't hear like soft talking or whispers where like my wife would be sitting next to her and like I hear you just fine, and she wouldn't respond, right? So and she would respond as soon as I go a little louder. So we did a lot of home tests, and we did the professional tests. But at school, when she started school, she was seeing I don't know what you call them in English, but they take care of speech, for kids who have a hard time with speech. And she's 5 and she has a hard time formulating phrases. She doesn't talk like not clear at all. Anybody, like, I know what she's saying for the most part because I'm her parent, but any stranger would be like, I'm sorry, can you say that again? And then say that again. You'll catch some words, but like a lot of it is very off, and that's because we learned that officially she had a hearing problem in both ears. She's like missing close to 30% of her hearing, almost. It's like 26 something percent in both of her ears, which is, it's not that bad, they said. It's like the effect of almost being like if you went just enough underwater to cover your ear holes, you'd still hear everything outside, but it would be like that like slight muffle of hearing yourself. So, or just very lightly covering your ears with your fingers, like the ear holes, So they were trying to describe to me what she was hearing, and it's like everything made so much sense. So now she has these things that she has to put in her ears. Again, I'm just at a loss for some of the words here in English. Yeah, it really sucked, man, and so but yeah, probably occupational therapist. I don't know. It was like an ear doctor, so. That's what they do. Like after, oh, you meant the other one. It's the the one that helps kids and stuff that have a hard time with the learning, especially with speech and stuff. It's like especially that's what they do is the speech. So she was having difficulty, and we knew, and then she officially declared her like there was an issue, and so she ordered to. She gave us like this official order, like that we could go see the doctor, like a specialist, and then it took a couple of months. And we finally figured out with all the tests that she was hard of hearing, and in both ears. So now she's got these like, cool little things that she puts in her ears. I forget what you call those again. But I'm sure you guys know what I mean. They just kind of hang in the back of your ear, and you got the thing that goes into your ear, and on hearing aids basically, right? Yeah, hearing aids. Yeah. So so she's got 2 hearing aids. She even picked out the color. She wanted something like bluish, like girl bluish. She loves blue like so much. That color is her favorite color. So yeah, and now she's got 2 of those, and she can definitely hear now. Like we can tell that she can hear. It was beautiful the first day. Unfortunately, I left my emergency phone was in my coat, and I wanted to film it, but it was like in my coat in like 2 rooms over while we were doing the exam and stuff, and we're trying the things out, and I was like, I couldn't record her, and I really wanted to record that moment. I could tell when she like finally like she realized she can hear, and that was like, oh my god moment, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, it was just beautiful to see, and now she can hear. When I do when we do our home tests, like with the whispering and talking to a certain level that she couldn't hear before, now she responds. she actually lifts up her head. She looks at me, and I try to catch her off guard when I do this, right? Like, it's not like a test, like, okay, stand there and tell me if you hear me. We did those tests, of course, but I prefer the off-guard test. You know, I'll say stuff that I know she would usually react to right away with happiness, you know, and all that. But yeah, anyway, now she can hear really well, and I'm super happy for her. Yeah, it was a huge moment for us. Like, it was a big moment for us to, because when we realized, like, man, ever since her birth, she's been having a hard time hearing. This is her reality. Like, to her, this is normal. This is how she hears. That means, like, she would hear herself, like, talk like a little more weird, and she would never hear pronunciations. Like, anything with like T's and C's, like k or t, you know, like, she would never pronounce those because she never really heard them. She can hear, like, you know, let's say in the word I love tea, like, she'll hear like I and of maybe, and she'll hear E, not T. Like, she doesn't hear the T, you know, it's too silent. That sound is much more silent than you perceive it because you hear normally. But, you know, for her, is like those sounds were very low. So she just picked up on like parts of words. She grew up like that for 5 freaking years, you know, and we didn't know any better. Her own doctor was upset, like, that he didn't figure this out. Like, he was truly upset. He called us over. We went over there, and he's like, I just want to take a look at her again. And you can tell he was gentle. We have a good doctor for the kids, man. We're so lucky. God bless Canada for that. Like, you know, we got doctors, and they don't cost us an arm and a leg, you know. But, you know, he was genuinely upset at himself for not having caught this, and he kept being so sorry. He's like, I wish I could have seen this. Like, but I told him, I said, look, there is nothing physically that you could have seen. You know, we would have had to tell you all of these, like, signs, but even these signs, we didn't really pay much attention to them. Now we see them. Looking back, we see them. You know, he's like, I know, but he genuinely felt bad, and he was trying to just, like, I don't know, excuse himself for that. And what a nice guy. But now he's like, he's checking in all the time. It's like, is the hearing aids working? You know, and all that. It's like, yeah, it's working really well. It's like, oh, good. I'm really happy. And, you know, man, that's some good shit. I love living in a small town, you know, and you get a great doctor like that. Like, we're so lucky. God, this book is almost done. I'm almost done. Then I'm going to have the full boost for carpentry. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. I don't even know. Like, do I need to build anything? I mean, walls, probably. Once I figure out there's, like, zombies, probably gonna have to wall off or something to protect this place if I decide to stay here. Yeah, although I'm sure there are some really nice doctors out, even in the States. They must be like a dime a dozen. You know, if it's anything from what I've heard from other people, like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm so sorry for people who have to deal with that. You must always feel like the doctor just wants you out of the office, almost will say anything just to fucking shut you up and get you out, you know? It's crazy. They have too many patients, too. Not enough doctors, man. That's one problem in the world. There's just not enough doctors for the amount of people. And that's never going to change. Sadly, it's just never going to change. It can't. Otherwise, we would have to have like 1 billion doctors, you know, to at least like accommodate for the other billions that we have on this planet. Like 1 billion doctors still doesn't feel like it's enough. When you look at the worldwide scale here, like, how many people we got on the planet now? Is it like 8 billion now? I don't fucking know, man. I know that number keeps growing like every 5 years. But like, you know, even 1 billion, you know, doctors doesn't seem like it would be enough. So yeah, a lot of people are like, you know, fuck Canada with their higher tax, but I get healthcare, man. And that is priceless. Like, in a world of today, I will pay that extra tax knowing my kids If there's something wrong, they will be cared for. You know, there won't be a like $300,000 medical bill. No, because we pay our taxes, and that helps pay for that. That pays doctors and stuff for all their work. So yeah, sure. A lot of people are upset because, like, you know, I don't need the doctor. I don't need to, like, I'll pay my own doctor, and I get that. Like, but I just, like, you know, it's a bit greedy, you know. For me, it just feels, maybe it's just because my mentality. I grew up in this. For me, it's normal, man. Like, you know, having medical is normal. I just, like, I don't get when people like, what do you not like about this, man? Like, you will get care, like 100%. I can attest most doctors here will just basically be like, I don't know what's wrong, I can refer you to someone else. Yeah, and you're stuck waiting again and doing some more of that shit. Or, like, they'll give you the least likely, like, you know, worrisome cause, and then they move you on. You know, it's like, maybe it's this, here, take this prescription. I might see you in a week, I guess, if it doesn't work out for you. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some doctors like this here in Canada as well. I mean, there's probably a lot of them too, but you know, so far all the doctors I've met have been really good. Oh, this book is almost finished, guys. Fuck the anticipation, man. It's too much for me. It's too much. Come on. Hey, what's up, Teen Shark? And that would be !RealRP. There it is. So, alright. Oh, the rain has stopped, though, but it is nighttime, so, you know, can't really fucking travel at night. Book is done! There it is. So we finally read the book, and if we start cutting down trees and shit, we're probably gonna level up some carpentry. Damn, that really sucks. Oh, are you, man? It's alright. I know there are other communities out there. It might not be the same as this one, but, you know, hang in there, and in 2 years, give it a try. You know, RealRP's been around already for, like, freaking almost 3 years now. So don't worry about it. It'll be around when you're ready.
You got a friend in me.
Hey, I appreciate that follow, man. And in the meantime, I mean, you can still watch ERP unfold on here, and, well, I mean, there's not much going on tonight. I'm sorry about that. Does that light work? Yeah, it does. Well, you know, it's a little wet outside, but it seems like not too wet. I could probably get a little fire going here. Let's get a little fire going. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need some wood. Absolutely, man. Can I? Pretty sure I could just use a plank, right? Like, let me just use a plank. Why is it there? Alright. Gotta... My awareness is severely reduced, though, which is actually going to affect me in game. Like a zombie, it would take a lot longer before I notice a zombie coming up from behind, I think. But I'm willing. Add fuel, light fire. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, I could burn the carpentry book. I did just, you know, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I should do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a sheet of paper. And I really didn't need the plank, so we're going to be able to, I mean, yeah, I'm going to put the plank. It'll be some good fuel in there. I'm not gonna sit in the fire. Alright, add fuel. Cigarette butts. Yeah, let's add that. Some little cigarette butts. And I'm gonna add plank. That's 2 hours of burning. 2 hours in-game time. That's pretty good. Yo, Chad, how you doing, man? Do you know when the applications will open up again? I don't know. I'm thinking pretty soon. Here's the thing, is the server has been full, like, every night. And there's a lot of people trying to play. And if, like, this is just my personal opinion, right? This is not what they're saying or anything like that. I do not work there anymore. I just play on here. I've done what I needed to do, and now I'm just a player. So, but like any other server that's kind of popular or just getting a lot of traction, the more people they whitelist in, the more it becomes an issue where people are just going to complain they can't play. But then you got people who complain, you know, that the whitelist never opens or it's not open. So it's such a balance that's difficult for them to manage. I know that for a fact because I did manage that before, and it's really hard, you know. It's tough. But I'm sure they'll open up soon, and it'll probably be like a very small window of time. And that's like when you got to get it in, and that's it, you know. Usually they do 24 hours, but I feel like, you know, I don't know. Who knows? They might open it up and say, look, we're going to get this, but we're going to do them slowly. And we're going to get, like, let a few people in. As we notice, like, population decreases, we'll start whitelisting people. I know that some other communities I've been staff on have done the same kind of tactic as well, where it's like everybody can whitelist, but you kind of, like, you got to wait. It could take a week, it could take a day, it could take a month before you get whitelisted. It'll be when the server needs more players, you know. So it really depends, you know. But I'm sure a lot of people just want to get whitelisted for the sake of being whitelisted, even if it's hard to get into play at peak times, especially. All right, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to light it. That's right. Very nice. And it's nice and dry here now, so I can sit on the ground.
This is very nice.
But to answer the question, I don't know when they open. I don't have the answer to that, unfortunately. I feel like at some point somebody's gonna stumble across me. Thank you, Zach. Thanks again, man. You're an awesome dude. Come by anytime. Hopefully I get to RP with you at some point. You should try this. You know? Come be a hobo with me, man. Let's create a hobo. Get on when you can, that's all. You're one of the hobos that went out there. You got lost.
One day we find each other again.
Love to RP with you again, dude, someday. Even for a day. Alright, man. Deal. And to you as well, my friend. Good night. I love this, man, right now. This is nice. I don't know why, just the sound of the wind, the fire. The ambiance is real nice. Fuck, but I'm ridiculously tired. So tired, so desperately, inhumanely tired. I'm gonna have to go sleep. I'll start the fire after. Probably don't need to sleep that long though. Just a couple of minutes and I'll be good. Man, look at that. It's like it's lit up in here, you know, because there's lights. But when I'm in bed, it's all like dark. That's pretty damn cool. All right, I'm gonna lie down, and I'm gonna sleep. Are you sure you want to sleep? Yes. I'll sleep a little bit here. Absolutely, Chad. Yeah, I mean, just pay attention to the pings. You know, the regular pings won't happen as often for like non-whitelisted players in the announcement channel. So so yeah, when it happens, you'll be able to see it. So if there's a ping, it's probably that or something very important for people who want to join. So keep an eye on the Discord. For RealRP, or even Twitter. You know, there's a Twitter account as well, which is RealRP_PZ on Twitter. There we go. We're not tired anymore. I think I still have to do the sleep cycle though for a little bit. Not sure. Oh no. Okay. Alright, that'll get me by for a little bit. I actually want to close the light. Just like sit here. It's nice. I like this. This is Mitch's theme song for those who are unfamiliar with this. It's from the Trailer Park Boys. It's called Littlest Hobo. It's actually from an old theme song on a kids show, but it's turned more tragic, this song. More tragic, or just more adult. Less TV show. Nice song though.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down a road where I always seem to be. And every stop I make, I see my old friend. It ain't long till I get spun round and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow my whole world will settle down. It ain't tomorrow, so I keep moving on. I'm down a road that never seems to end, full of track lines and rails and lies around each bend. So if you're gonna join me for a while, better grab your hat, you know I live like that kind of hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. It ain't tomorrow, so this old world's still my home.
God, I love this song, man.
And I got my own world waiting to unfold. In a Ziploc bag where I can drag out this worn down soul. I made it through so far, so I know it won't be long. I must be almost there, already paid my fare with this
hobo song.
And maybe tomorrow my God will help me settle down. But it ain't tomorrow, so I guess I'll keep moving on.
I actually like looking dirty. It fits the hobo look. Just sad that it looks like blood sometimes, though. But I mean, it makes sense because it's an apocalypse game, so the dirtiness is like the blood and accumulation of that. The game thinks I'm getting bloody, but I'm not. Hey Doodles, how you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to everybody.
We're just playing little old Mitch right now, sitting at the campfire.
Thank you guys for joining. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab some water and stuff, and I'll be right back. Maybe a potty break. Wait, I'm probably gonna go inside real quick before. You never know, man. I don't want to get mauled by a zombie. All right, just give me a moment while I go do that. There we go. Okay, forgive me for that. I'm back. We could go back outside and see it. Now, I do have a light, but I just prefer the ambiance of the fire only. Hobo Way. Sit like right here. Oh, no. Having a hard time here. I can sit on the ground. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. I'm having a good time. Thank you, Doodles. Thanks again, by the way. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I think I know what the problem is if there's something above, I know this was a problem for a long time, right? Like a porch, right? If somebody has a porch and like, let's turn this on, and like you have a roof over here, right? Like that goes over this. If you have anything over this door, if somebody even builds like just a floor here right above the door, it'll make it, yeah, for me, I need a key. Like, it's been consistent, but I don't take a chance. When I log off, I always barricade, or I'll barricade if I leave. This will, like, make it extra even easy, like, for anybody. Well, the logs show everything, so it's pretty easy to find out when somebody's, you know, broken the rule of raiding, you know. Unless they've got video evidence of they were here and they were looking at me and they saw me leave and now they can raid me, that's fine. But what if... Oh, I forgot something. I must go back. But anyways, yeah, I got my plank right here. And yeah, I don't trust logs. Yeah, I think it's best for everyone to do this if it becomes a common thing. The only thing the problem that this will cause is a really bad economy for the nails, because this eats up 2 nails every single time. So people are going to need to, like, make nails, find nails a lot. Well, once I figure out what's happening in the world, I'm probably going to end up traveling, going around, Nox and seeing what's going on and trying to understand what's going on, But I'm currently at an abandoned hobo camp. I didn't show it on the map yet. I'm trying not to show it on the map, to be honest. Because I know, like, some people will be like, oh, I know exactly where that is, so I'm going. You know what I mean? And so it's fine if people know where it is from what they see. That's okay. But yeah, I don't want to entice people either. So it might be a recognizable spot for some people who are used to coming here. I'm clearly in the woods, and there's this kind of house, and some people must have seen it. Yeah, I have cat eyes actually, so I'm able to see fairly okay. But I suppose I can tweak the stream just a little bit. Why does the stream one look more dark? I don't understand. Is there like a thing on it? No, there's no gamma like tweaked or anything. But let's see if I just add a bit. I can't tell. Is that better? That looks, at least from my perspective, because it's a much smaller screen for me on the second screen. Like there's this, like OBS, it's not open all the way. I have other things going on, right? So, but it looks like almost the same as what I see right here. I think it's darker by default on stream. Oh, snap. But does it look brighter, by the way? Does it look like a little bit brighter? A little less, like, super dark? I just put, like, a couple of notches of gamma up, you know? Gamma, gamma. Tomato, tomato. Yeah, it's a nighttime feel for sure. It is 11:20 at night. And how do we get the sun up and stuff? Wait, investigate this area. Is that what we do? You know when you get like, yeah, this is the sun right here, right? Like the moon right now, right? Enable search mode. I never really do foraging. I gotta learn how to do, like Mitch would know how to forage, man. So this doesn't know where I'm at or something, like, I guess. Let's see, maybe I could put that, like, I don't want to have it like in a weird place. It's because it's an unknown area. Oh, great. That's even more perfect to avoid the meta. Okay. So, yeah, foraging. Okay, it's pretty basic because I know it changed a little bit, and I haven't really played around since it's changed. But I gotta try this out. So that's where the moon is, I guess, at this point in the cycle. It's gonna move along, and then eventually we'll have the sun. All right, I could have this like as a pinned thing here. So basically, I can just do this, and then we're good. And I just gotta hover over it. It's perfect. If I really need to see about roughly where the moon is, actually, when I'm gonna watch sunrises, I'm gonna put this on, man. I'm gonna turn this on so I can, like, you know, acknowledge the cycle of the sunrise, which will be probably very much at the beginning here. It's perfect. Yeah, it's nice, yeah. This game is so in depth, man. It's so in depth. "46 minutes left of in-game time." Alright, so this mood could be like so many moods, you know? It could be, you know, it could be scary. Mitch dies to Jason. Everything is set by music, man. Like, depending on what you set at. I love playing music. Even if I'm not streaming, I'll do this. So usually I'll go with something pretty smooth here. In the calm tones, maybe. This one's called Dusk. Might be nice. It's less threatening. It is getting ridiculously dark, though. It's a lot more dark than it was like a minute ago. I cannot see anything, like, at all. It got really dark. Is there any connection between GTA Mitch and Project Zomboid Mitch? Well, no, because the year is 2000 in here. So, yeah, no, it can't work. So no connection. Same kind of guy, though. Like, it's essentially the same background, same thing. He would be called Mitch Anderson on New Day, but I had to call him Mitch Mitchell because Mitch Anderson existed on Wild West, and I only played him for like a month. And I knew a few people, so he's part of the history, and because of that, the rule is you cannot bring the same name character, even if a junior, you know? Or like Mitch the Third or whatever. So yeah, it's just like that. And, but yeah, other than that, it's the same old Mitch. It's the same personality, same person. But Mitch takes a bit of a different tone in the apocalypse, you know, and a very different role in the apocalypse. Usually is how that goes. But there's a lot of people playing in this community that have never met Mitch and know nothing of Mitch. So this will be a pretty fresh experience, I think. Some people will know who Mitch is and will treat him just as normally and fine and everything, but some other people might not. Just, you know, because they don't care or whatever, right? Time to adopt him. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people want to adopt him as, like, you know, the group's grandpa, you know? And what was lovely with Mitch is that Mitch was like everybody's grandpa. I was talking with bad people, cannibals, killers, but I was also talking to heroes and groups of all kinds, and Mitch was a neutral ground for everybody. He's like, he's that character built for that, you know, just the middle space where everybody can take a minute off from whatever the fuck they're doing, whether it's good or horrible, and just talk to an old man and remind themselves that, okay, there's still a bit of humanity, you know, left in us. And, you know, no matter what, we're all humans, you know, regardless of our traits and traditions. Yeah, I can't run as Mitch. I can only jog, and only when needed. So I wouldn't be jogging, I'd be walking everywhere. I'm going to try that for a bit, because my legs aren't doing too good, and it's only been a couple of months, so, you know, I'm gonna eventually maybe be able to run, but I don't know, man. I highly doubt it. Dice rolls are gonna have to help, and it's gonna have to, like, specific numbers and shit in this situation. Which is lovely, because I got my dice on screen. Like, let's see if the D10 works again. Yeah, there it is. So you see, I could roll dice right on screen. D10, D20. I like the D20 as well. Oh, I gotta wait a second there. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's pretty cool, yeah. I'll show you if you want. It's really easy. I'll send you the code if you use Nightbot and stuff, or a bot that does commands and shit. Like, it's pretty easy to set up. Well, I do it with Nightbot, so that's the only way I know how to do it. Restart in 10 minutes. What I love about nighttime is you do not miss the server restart announcements. During daytime, you could easily miss those, unless you pay attention down here. You'll see it down here. But yeah. Same kind of code. Yeah. Anyways, I'll show you mine, and you could use that if you want. But yeah, go ahead and test it out. Type !D10 or D20. Choose one and just roll. Sometimes people have fun with it in the chat. They use it for themselves, or like, is Mitch gonna have a good day? You know, then they'll roll a D10. Highest number is yes. Lowest number is like no. I'm sorry, man. Sometimes it's just sitting here and smoking a joint and just appreciating the sounds, you know? Like, I don't even put music on. It just feels like I'm outside right now. My window is open too, and I'm getting some air. So when I just close my eyes smoking this joint, I feel like I'm there. It's nice. It's nice.
I respect the shit out of you.
Aw, thank you so much for the 4 months, Doodles. Okay, I have to get sleep. Yes. Yes, go get your sleep. Just know that you're awesome, Roach. Don't be too harsh on yourself. You're an awesome streamer. Feel free to message anytime you need to. Continue to have a chill night no matter what. Thank you. Thank you for your awesomeness and your friendship. Now go have some sleep. It's important. So you could friendship more. Need sleep. Evil Beaver, you're beautiful. Thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies, man. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Going to friendship. The feck out of Mitch. Yeah! I can't wait to meet people as Mitch on here. I'm excited. I know it's a slow start to Mitch right now. I usually have these vigorous like starts where Mitch is like in the middle of dealing with zombies, or I've always done something special. But for this time, he's living out in this old abandoned hobo, camp. Like, you know, and it's got like freaking cabins and shit. It's nice. Mitch is living in one of them. It's nice. I'm doing great, Beaver. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. But this time around, Mitch starts like this. I mean, the people at the country club have been in there for almost like, for like a week and a half, like IRL week and a half. They've been all quarantined, RPing for a week and a half, creating drama, friends, enemies, all that stuff. And now they have been let loose. That happened yesterday. And now Mitch is here today and just...
I don't know what's going on out there still. It's been like almost 2 weeks, and some of the hobos that live here have not come back yet. I'm very sad. I hope they return. Maybe they decide to move on, to go somewhere else. Perhaps at some point I'll go out there and look for them. It'll give me something to do and stretch my legs.
So either a zombie roams up on here, I think is what would trigger some events, at least for Mitch to figure out what the hell was that and what's going on. And or somebody rolls up on here and you know, they tell me what's happening.
Oh my. Oh.
I can't even see where it is. Where's... Oh my god, the light was there. I was clicking like here, man. Yes, I know there's a trash can here. Oh, I'm still in like in the search mode. That's probably why it was super dark. That's why it was super dark. I was in search mode, man. Look at this. Yeah, okay, no wonder. Damn. Goodness gracious. Shovel Knight Master 123, thank you so much. Are you a bot because of the 123? I have to ask. I'm so used to it. Oh, you actually say something. I mean, you're sending emotes, but that's something. Thank you for not being a bot. Thank you for being on the channel. Welcome. Oh, you're from Noob's channel. Gotcha. Well, welcome. Noob is great. Noob doodles. There's a restart incoming. I don't recommend anybody do anything like past the 2-minute mark. There it is.
Intermission. Be right back.
I love this little tune. Mitch's little walking tune, you know? When he's just like walking down the street having a good time. All right, have a great night. Thanks again. God, that refreshing. You know how many people are refreshing right now? It's insane. A lot of people refreshing. It's taking it a while. There we go.
When I wake up in the morning, I want to be able to count on having a good rest of my day. That's why I put my trust into one and one only coffee, Folgers. Because the best part of waking up is 2 girls in 1 cup. I mean Folgers in my cup. Sorry.
Thank you. As I was doing some Sam Bauer there.
Sam Bauer.
And then I got, of course, I play Mitch today.
And Mitch is a little bit of an older man. Very soft-spoken. And just like that, I plopped right back into my house. It's wonderful. I'm hungry, though.
Sorry, that was me. All right. Oh, I do have the can opener with me. Ha, that's nice. I got smokes. I just need myself a plank. I need a plank. Give me a plank, plank. Give me the plank. Oh, what's going on? No, I'm kidding.
Leave me lying here as the battle rages on. Oh, brother, don't you know I cannot carry
You know why I won't get the MC8 for this music?
Not that I wouldn't try,
Because it's mine.
it's just I wouldn't make it this time. Been a fighting soldier for all my life. Tonight, give up the fight.
I gotta get some twigs or something.
Tonight I go down in flames. Well, I look up to the heaven and see the light shine down on me. I gotta one wish, Lord, before I go. I want an angel to call out my name, to see the heavens open up with all
Well,
His glory.
I'll just grab paper then.
To see the light shine down on me, and I will not shed a tear.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was years ago, man. I don't play music anymore. I don't sing. I kind of quit that whole shtick. It was fun for a while it lasted, but the music industry is a bitch. But I enjoyed it, though. I mean, I enjoyed what I could do, so. Leave this world such a better place.
Tell me why would I cry? I've never seen a more beautiful sky. So I ask you, brother, please offer grace, 'cause tonight I found me rest. When I look up to the heaven and see the light shine down on me, I got a one wish, Lord, before I go. I want an angel to call out my name, to see the heavens open up with all its glory. Yeah.
It's a little too close for comfort.
See the light shine down on me, and I will not shed a tear, for I go.
You know, I was a featured artist for a rapper, a French rapper, hip-hop artist. There's like two there, man. And we did this song. That's one of them. So like everything that's not rap, it's me singing like this in French.
Esprit pervers, c'est le combat contre l'amour, seul dans nos tours, dans nos armures. C'est la loi du silence, donc on murmure. Rap chevrotine, mes paroles ruinent. Cherche-moi, tu me trouveras au Canada, arrive à Kinshasa.
That's actually me going, wow, you know, but like with heavy distortion, it made it sound like a guitar. I don't know why they didn't want me to do it on the guitar. But it's like, it'd be cooler if you actually yelled it and we made it sound like guitar. It's like, okay. I can't scream that right now. It's like, I got kids sleeping. So yeah, you know, did stuff like that, and I had a great time. Did a lot of gigs, man. And I had some huge gigs, huge openers. I opened up for huge, like, legendary Quebec bands, Quebec Canadian bands and stuff. Like, they're huge here, and like, there's a whole culture here in Quebec. So it was nice to open up for those kinds of bands. Like, we're talking like 25,000 people, man. Like, I've done that quite a few times, and fuck, it's amazing every time. You're nervous every single time, man, before getting on. One of my bassists, like, cause you know, it was a solo career at that point, and so I had musicians playing with me, and we regularly had, like, you know, a band that stuck together, like the like my band basically. It was the same guys, but at some point we had a new bassist, and he was nervous, man. It was like his first 25,000 people gig, you know, like it was like, you know, he was over, like, whoa. It's like, and I was like, calm down, it's all right, man. And he had like the nervous farts and the nervous poops. He would just keep going to the bathroom over and over and over. Man, it was like, he was nervous, but he killed it on stage. As soon as he got like the love, you know, like, as soon as you get people just like screaming and just enjoying themselves, and like as soon as you feel that, like the reaction from them is like contagious, man. It's just, it wakes something up in you, and then you just have, like, you know, 20, 50 times more energy than you thought you would have, and it's just great, man. It's so good. I miss it, you know. Sometimes I really miss it, but the industry really pissed me off, and just sucks how it works, you know. You gotta have money, connections. If not, then pretty much go fuck yourself. Doesn't matter what kind of talent you have, you know. Also, my first manager screwed us over, like, big time. Well, my first manager, the only manager, it was my manager and producer, and he was just like, he would like, man, he would refuse some huge deals and stuff that could have really broke out my career in music, and all because he was afraid that I, you know, once our contract would be done, I wouldn't sign again, and I would go with these bigger guys or something like that, right? Like these bigger companies that would produce me and shit. Like, he did not want to lose that cut, you know, and he was really afraid. Like, I learned about this because he had confined this into somebody, and somebody had actually told me, and it was like, dude, yeah, he's straight up doing it, and I trust the person. Like, there's no reason for this person to lie. There's no gain. Yeah, they're a friend to both of us, but like, he couldn't like hold himself, man. Like, it was like, that's kind of, it's shitty. You should represent yourself. And I tried to do that for a while, but it was just, man, deceiving and disappointing. And all my chances that I had were like taken away by this guy. Like, basically, really pissed me off. It left a sour taste in my mouth, and other than the great memories I've had on stage, the backstage is just terrible for me, and yeah. But hey, got memories now of music like this. That was unfucking necessarily loud. It made me jump. Sorry if it made anybody else jump. So sorry about that. Yo, Toy Soldier, what's up, man? How you doing? It's great to see you. Hey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking in return. If I'd ever go back, not sure. I don't think so, no. I'm kind of happy. You know, I turned out to be a father that could be there for his kids. You know, I'm not out on tour all the time, and those were things that really, you know, scared me a bit because when my first album came out, I ended up, you know, we had a kid, you know, and everything changed at the same time. I had a new album and I had a baby, so yeah, it was quite the experience at the time. But one thing that scared me a lot was, like, you know, the fact that I couldn't see her much. And after the album release, you know, like the timing was so bad. Like the baby was here and I had a tour planned and we had to do the tour. And luckily my wife was super understanding. But my issue was, like, I did not want to go. Like, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be with the baby and my wife. And it just... Anyways. So, yeah, I hate missing, like, the early years with my babies especially, you know? I have 3 girls. I love them, and I like being able to... Like, I was there for almost all their milestones, which is amazing, because I'm there. I'm a present father, you know? And I think that stems from the fact that I've never had a present father, so... I had a very absent father, was not there, and was not in my life. So I'm, you know, maybe I'm afraid to pass on that same thing to my my daughters. But that's not what, you know, made me stop music. That was just a bonus to the stopping music. You know, it was hard to make a living and to manage everything, and at this point, you know, it was hard to even trust, like, a producer with my career. And I couldn't get those contacts with the great, like, big producers and shit. It just wasn't happening. So I really just gave up at some point. It just really... And there's a lot of shit, too, like, just in the background, but nothing too much to worry about. But yeah. You know, still had a good time. Great memories of great times with the bands and... Just, yeah, I mean, fuck, I'll always have that, and I'm happy. I love the bass solo in this song. I was like, dude, you gotta do a bass solo. This bassist was fucking incredible, listen. I just love the guy. He's got a groove. I just love this guy. He's so good though at, like, playing the bass. Like, holy fuck, man! It was like one of the best bassists I've met. I was like, just do like a groove solo, you know, something that just glides, you know, a little bit, you know, and just he fucking nailed it. I love it. I was like, yeah, that's it, man. We're putting that in. My cheesiest song on the album, but, you know, these songs really worked for the radio. So, like, you know, they work for the radio. You know, they were written for radio. But this would be the cheesiest one. But I like it. It's a cute song. It wasn't written by me. None of it was written by me. It was my guitarist. You know, he wrote the lyrics. He wrote the music. I just play some of the music and I sing. But yeah, it's a cute song. I like it. It's a feel-good song, you know? Driving down in the car with your loved one, you know?
Here I am, taking chances, but it feels good, it feels right. Why don't we give it a try? Blue eyes connects me, everything I know, and the power of your mind brings life to my soul, and the touch of your skin makes me feel in control. I wanna let you know, I wanna be your friend right till the end, no matter how the story ends. I've been meaning to tell you. sky, the sparkles in our eyes. Here we are, falling hard for the moment, but it feels good, it feels right. Let's take it for a ride. Blue eyes connects me to everything I know, and the power of your mind brings life to my soul, and the touch of your skin makes me feel in control. I wanna let you know, I wanna be your friend right till the end, no matter how the story ends. I've been meaning to tell you, I'm happy with you. I feel like singing. Yeah, yeah. But I feel fine since you've been mine. Nothing's gonna stop the sun from shining over my life and brightening up this soul of mine. Don't give up my love, let's give it some time. Things will be alright, things will be alright. Things will be just fine. Blue eyes connects me, everything I know, and the power of your mind brings life to my soul, and the touch of your skin makes me feel in control. I wanna let you know, I wanna be your friend right till the end, no matter how the story ends. I've been meaning to tell you, I'm happy with you. I'm happy with you.
Very cheesy, you know? It's a short song too. It's like 3 minutes or something. It's pretty short. It's just built for radio. But that was the one we had built for radio. But it turns out this was the one that was radio. I'm not gonna play the whole thing now. I doubt it. But yeah, it's like 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes 46. The other one, Happy With You. But what did I do was a song that I wrote when I was super young, before my wife, and I was cheated on. I was like fucking 16 or 17 here, and it's a heartbreak song basically. But that's the one that ended up on the radio. Like, that's the one that people wanted to hear the most, especially at shows. This one I wrote the music, I wrote the lyrics, and all that stuff. So. It's getting pretty cold out here.
Tell me how you feel. You never showed me a sign. Oh no. Oh, we're crying for help, but it tells me inside to live this empty life without you by my side. What did I do? Yeah, yeah. Break down a heart inside of you. What did I do? Oh, to lose you. Oh, to lose you. What did I do?
Did I seriously forget the nails? I did. I'm gonna leave room for somebody else in the server. Gonna double check that my door is locked.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me.
Alright, I want to thank everybody for watching today.
Down a road where I always seem to be. And every stop I make, I see my old friend.
I really do appreciate it, guys.
It
Honestly.
ain't long till I get spun
But it's time for me to go. We're gonna go raid somebody else who's streaming on the server. Might be more action than me today. I promise. There'll be some more action at some point. There'll be more action at some point. Let's go see who we're gonna raid.
So I keep moving on. I'm down a road that never seems to end. Full of track lines and rails and lies around each bend.
Alright, well, let's go see.
So if you're gonna join me for a while, better grab your hat. You know I live like that kind of hobo style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. It ain't tomorrow, so this old world's still my home. And I got my own world waiting to unfold.
Okay, so we're gonna go see
Ziploc bag where I can drag out this warm
Pastor
down.
McClaw. Oh, I like this character actually.
I
Let's go.
made it through so far, so I know it won't be long. I must be almost there. Already paid my fare with this hobo song.
Alright, guys.
Maybe tomorrow.
Thank you so much for being here. Please join the road trade. Let's go say hello and enjoy the RP that's happening over there. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to be back most likely tomorrow, and yeah, I might do some more. I think I'm going to concentrate a little bit on some Zomboid this week. It feels good right now, so I'm yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 7:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern time, the usual times. Until then, stay awesome and stay safe.